What is up, guys? The Great Wall back at it again with another video. Today we are here with another Add a Legend challenge. It is going to be the Minnesota Twins. This is an already okay team. Really just needs a few solid pieces, and we'll be immediately fighting for a playoff spot. So, I mean, without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's sim the first year. This is just a control year. See kind of what the base for this team is. So, yeah, see how they do. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. The team is doing actually pretty well. Byron Buxton carrying the team. Which I kind of assumed would happen. We're currently 5 games back, which is honestly not bad for what this team is. We're 22nd ranked, so this might be a little bit of a crazy control year, but Anthony Banda doing a job. We don't have a good closer. Anyone else? I'm assuming Byron Buxton's here. I feel like that shouldn't be a crazy thing to assume. Yes, he is. All right. See how they finish out the rest of the year, see if they can somehow make the playoffs. All right, we finished 73 and 89, which I guess is okay. Yeah, didn't really lead the league in anything. Let's see how our players did, though. Byron Buxton, I'm assuming, had a good year, if not great. 7 more from him, but I mean, like I said, really not much else hitting-wise. Pitching-wise, Joe Ryan probably did very well. Obviously, only 13 and 13 is not great. But he had a 2.8. Pitching staff did pretty well. It's just the hitters that need a lot of help. So, yeah, let's go and add our first legend to the team. All right, the first player we're going to add is Joe Mauer. It's not our most needed position. Ryan Jeffers is pretty good. But Joe Mauer is probably one of the greatest Twins of all time. I did boost his card here. I think regularly to 96. I boosted his hitting stats to make him really good. So, yeah, see how he does, how our team does. Pretty much. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. No one from our team, which is okay, I guess. See the All-Star voting. No. Wow, so no Joe Mauer starting. He is the backup, though. He's hitting 332, doing his thing. See anyone else? I think the only other player we would have is Byron Buxton, who's not here. That's all right. Let's see how we finish out the rest of the year. All right, we finished 79-83, which is a step up. I'm also going to increase Joe Mauer's contact stat because I just looked it up. He hit 365, and I think he was like a 2 or 3 time batting title winner, so he should have 99 contact. I mean, I feel like that's pretty much bare minimum. He had a good year, though. How many home runs did he hit? The power is pretty much on par with his best season, so we're going to leave the power the way it is. He had a 7.4 WAR, Buxton with a 4.7 backwards. Pitching wise, Bailey Ober. Okay, so Joe Ryan did lead the team. Yeah, let's go add another legend, boost Joe Mauer. Yeah. All right, so we did fix Joe Mauer a little bit, beefed up his hitting stats. Next player I'm adding is Kirby Puckett. I know we had some off the field issues. I don't remember exactly what they were. I remember reading about them or watching a video about them, and they were a little bit iffy. For the sake of this video, I'm going to pretend like that, just going to ignore that. We're going to use Kirby Puckett because he was a very good baseball player. Yeah, he's going to hold it down in left field, which is one of our positional needs, as Trevor Larnach was our starter. So now Kirby Puckett's here. I did not make this this card, so yeah, I mean, if his stats are wrong, don't get mad at me. Someone else made this one. So, see how we do. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. No one here from our team, which is always nice. See, so Joe Ryan, Joe Mauer, and Kirby Puckett all doing a job, getting it done, which you would assume means we're a good team, but we're not. Joe Mauer only hitting 290. I guess that's okay. Anyone else from our team? We saw Kirby Puckett out and left hitting 284, doing his thing. No Byron Buxton, but other than that, the team's doing pretty well. I mean, actually, we're not doing very well, but we're in striking distance. See how we finish out the year. All right, we finished 81 and 81. Twins, if you want to think about it like that. Did have a league leader, Joe Mauer for WAR. He had a 10 WAR. All right. Former MVP Joe Mauer, might I say. Okay, so I mean, the 2 guys that we added have done pretty well so far. Yeah, 9.9 from Joe Mauer will play. Kirby Puckett with the 7.6. Byron Buxton with the 5.1. Brooks Lee getting it done. Royce Lewis doing a good job. Developing at least. Joe Ryan, 15-8, finally has a decent looking season, 5.8 WAR. Pablo Lopez, I need to remember to put him on the 40-man this upcoming season. All right, it is what it is. Let's go add another player to this team. I think we should be a playoff team after it. So yeah. All right, so I did make sure that Pablo Lopez was on the 40-man. The next player we added is Rod Carew. I mean, I tried to beef his stats as much as possible without making him an absolute monster. The season I was basing it off of was his age 31 season, which was this year, where he hit 388. Absolutely mental, but I mean, I can't justify giving him too much power. So I gave him pretty much 99 everything else besides fielding. So yeah, hopefully he can do a job for us. He's 31 years old. I hope he doesn't regress at all. So yeah. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. Team is doing very well. We are definitely a playoff team this year. Currently 15 games ahead. Rod Carew, I'm guessing, is just absolutely lighting it up. As we can see, he is. Taylor Rogers is here. That's how you know. Oh, how is he? He's here with holds, not even saves. Joe Mauer doing his thing. Okay, so his contact's going down, which I guess is whatever. Rod Carew, he's up to a 95. I guess he's developing some power. Yeah, he's doing his thing. He's hitting 307, 10 home runs. Sounds about right. Anyone else? Kirby Puckett hitting 280, doing his thing out there in left field. Byron Buxton's also here doing his thing. So, yeah, team's firing on all cylinders. Let's see how they finish out the year. All right, we do finish the year 96-66, so a massive jump of 15 wins. Taj Bradley does a job. Rod Carew did what Rod Carew does. I mean, geez, our offense went off. Rod Carew with the batting title, simply put. Let's check out the statistics. We saw Rod Carew was a beast. Who else did a thing? Joe Mauer with the 10.2, Rod Carew with a 9, Buxton with a 5.3, Kirby Puckett with a 4.1. Not a great year from him. I mean, Brooks Lee, Ryan Jeffers, some of these guys kind of, holding their own. I mean, wow. Top two are insane. Joe Ryan just had a bad year. I mean, which sucks because he is our best pitcher on paper. Bailey Ober with 3.7 WAR. I mean, kind of just need this rotation to step it up a little bit. But let's see how we can do in the playoffs. See how far we can make it. Taking on Toronto. We lose in 4. All right, let's go add another legend. The next player we had to add, I mean, it had to be Harmon Killebrew. Dude is an absolute beast. One of the greatest Twins of all time, if not the greatest. Probably should have added him sooner, if we're going to be honest. But yeah, he's going to take over for Josh Bell. Hold it down at first base. I mean, in real life, he also played third base, but we're going to let Royce Lewis kind of hold it down over there. Yeah, see how this team does. We should be a force to be reckoned with, so yeah. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. No one from our team is absolutely kind of crazy. Because obviously our team is one of the better teams in the league. We are currently 9 games ahead. Buxton, Rod Carew, Harmon Killebrew, and Joe Mauer all doing it. Eric Lauer doing his thing. Shout out Eric Lauer, my GOAT. Joe Mauer doing his thing. Killebrew hitting 310, insane. Rod Carew doing what he does best. No Kirby Puckett. Byron Buxton we saw, who's having a phenomenal year. So, yeah, team's doing really well. Let's see how they finish it out. Finish out the year with 107 wins. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, Joe Ryan did what Joe Ryan was supposed to do. Byron Buxton, phenomenal year. Yeah, team did very well. Awards, Joe Ryan wins a Cy Young, Killebrew wins a Hank Aaron, Buxton wins an MVP. Absolutely disgusting season from the guys. Let us see. Okay, so Joe Mauer 7.9, Buxton 7.6, Carew with a 6.4, Killebrew with a 6.3, Kirby Puck with a 4.3, and then kind of just the supporting cast doing what they normally do. Royce Lewis did not have a good year. Same with Brooks Lee. Normally, yeah, these 3 guys are normally, well, actually these 4 are normally kind of helping out a little bit, but Bailey Ober with a 20-win season. Never in my life did I think I would say those words. Wow. Joe Ryan obviously won the Cy Young, 5.1. Pablo Lopez with a 4.6. Bailey Ober with 3.1. Pitching staff did very well. Let's see if we can get our first ring. We're definitely due for one. Taking on Seattle. Not in a good spot. We get eliminated. All right, let's go add another legend. All right, so I accidentally messed up the roster a little bit, but the next legend we're adding is Walter Johnson. Everything should be fine. There's attributes probably don't look the exact same from the last couple sims, but yeah, Walter Johnson, look him up. He was literally the boogeyman. I swear, he was literally the boogeyman. Just go look up his stats. He had like a 15 war one year, which is nuts. I don't know if any of that was from hitting now that I'm thinking about it, but it's whatever. He was a beast. I made him a beast. We should be winning the World Series now. All right, we're at the home run derby. The team is absolutely lighting it up. Harmon Killebrew is here, which we like to see. Walter Johnson, Joe Mauer, Harmon Killebrew, and Rod Carew all doing their thing. Walter Johnson doing what he should be doing. Absolutely lethal. Joe Mauer hitting 309. Killebrew doing what he does. Rod Carew. Kirby Puckett also here. No Byron Buxton, that's all right. Let's finish out the year strong and just ride into the playoffs. All right, we won 112 games, as to be expected. Walter Johnson probably won himself a Cy Young. Harmon Killebrew might have won MVP. Cy Young goes to Walter Johnson. Hank Aaron goes to Joe Mauer. Rookie of the Year goes to Walter Johnson. MVP goes to Walter Johnson. Batting title goes to Joe Mauer. Wow, 3 Twins players. I mean, we are lethal. Check out our statistics. Should have a lot of wars here. A lot of good war. Mauer with a 10.5. Carew with a 7.6. Puckett with a 6. Killebrew with a 5.9. Buxton with a 4.9. I mean, Luke Keeschel doing a job. Matt Wallner. Orlando Arcia. Wasn't expecting to see him here. Walter Johnson. I mean, just lights out. Joe Ryan even was amazing too, which is, we love to see it. Walter Johnson with an 8.2. Ryan with a 5. Pablo Lopez with 3.5. Bailey Ober has been very good. Taj Bradley has been very good too. So, yeah, we have a lethal team. We need to let's just get it done. Let's get one under our belt. Okay, we move on. Just get one under our belt and then kind of take it from there. There we go. We're taking on the Mets in the World Series. And we go up 3-0. Walter Johnson finished it off. Wow. We win our first. Very early jump. We like that. Rod Carew, World Series MVP. Killebrew, playoff MVP. Yeah, I mean, we got it done. But obviously, 10 years that we're going to do this. So let's go add another legend. See if we can stack on World Series wins. All right, the next player we have added is Joe Nathan. We now have an elite closer. We should honestly win 120 games. Who knows? We might. So, yeah, let's just start simming. Honestly, from here on out, everything else is just surplus. Obviously, we want to try to win. I think we could win 3 or 4, honestly. So, see what we can do. All right, we're at the home run derby. The team is doing awfully. Like, just absolutely horribly. We are only 51-46, which is still good enough for first, but not doing what we need to do. Walter Johnson and Joe Ryan are doing their job. Looks like it might be our closing pitching, unfortunately. Killebrew doing his job. No Joe Mauer. No Rod Carew. Kirby Puckett is here. Byron Buxton is here. So the team is doing okay. Need to see something better. So, yeah, let's finish out the rest of the year. All right, so we definitely got humbled. Only 91 wins. Walter Johnson still had a great year. Killebrew did a good job. Just not as dominant as we were last year. Cy Young goes to Walter Johnson. Rookie of the Year and MVP all go to Walter Johnson. He was a stud. Yeah, I mean, just what went wrong? I think Joe Mauer is what went wrong. I actually not really. I mean, 6.2 WAR. Just kind of an overall just mid-year, I guess. Pitching-wise, though, team did very well. Walter Johnson with a 7.8 WAR. It's impossible to have as high of a WAR in this game as he did in real life. So, yeah. Joe Nathan, how do you do in your first year with the team? 43 saves is okay. How many blown saves did he have? Only 4 blown saves. Honestly, not bad. Why only so little? They had David Festa. They had a lot of other guys getting saves, but it is what it is. Let's hop into the playoffs. We need to go in through the wild card, which is crazy. We take down the Athletics. Yankees also go down. Detroit. And we lose to Detroit. I was going to say we have a very easy path to the World Series. We choke it though. All right, let's go add another legend. All right, the next legend we have added is Johan Santana. This one was from the free agent pool. Yeah, I mean, he's a beast. Our starting rotation is now just absolutely lethal. It's going to push one of these two guys to the bullpen, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm blurry. I'll fix that. Let's see how we do. All right, we're at the home run derby. No one here from our team, which is just very sad. We are currently destroying, which is good. Joe Mauer, Rod Carew, both up front. Johan Santana and Walter Johnson, both here. Joe Nathan doing a good job, which we like to see. Joe Mauer. No Harmon Killebrew. Rod Carew we saw. Kirby Puckett is here. No Byron Buxton, which is okay, I guess. Team's doing well. Let's finish out the year. See if we can get our second World Series. All right, we won 110 games. We're back. Walter Johnson did his thing. Rod Carew and Joe Mauer did their things. Walter Johnson, Cy Young, and Rookie of the Year came in third for the MVP, which is solid. Check out the numbers. Check out how our guys did. 9.6 WAR from Mauer, 9.1 from Carew, 6.7 from Kirby Puckett, Byron Buxton with a 6.2. Harmon Killebrew does his thing. Yeah, I mean, pretty standard stuff at this point. Pitching-wise, Walter Johnson with a 7.2, Johan Santana with a 5.2. Joe Ryan with a 4.2, Taj Bradley with a 2.8. Good job from those guys. Joe Nathan had a solid 45 save season. 4 blown saves. I mean, pretty much the exact same as last year, which is nuts. Let's go ahead and see if we can get ourselves another World Series. We're taking on Tampa. Okay, we move on. Taking on the Yankees. Oh, elimination territory. And they take us down. All right, let's add another legend. We've got 3 left. I want at least one more ring, so yeah. All right, the next player we added is Rick Aguilera. I'm not going to lie, I don't know who this guy is. I know it probably means I have no ball knowledge, but he was a beast for the Twins. I couldn't find really anything on his pitch mix, so I just left it at what it was. Yeah, solid guy. I didn't change any of his stuff. So I'm sorry. I apologize if this isn't actually as good as Rick Aguilera was, or if it's worse than he was, or whatever. He's just here. He's going to be a relief pitcher. Joe Nathan's still going to be our closer. We're looking for revenge. I want another World Series ring, and I hope we can get one. So, start Simon. All right, with the home run derby, team's doing well. Harmon Killebrew's here, which we like to see. What does the all-star team look like? Kirby Puckett starting out in left, Rod Carew, Harmon Killebrew, Walter Johnson, and Joe Mauer all holding it down. Unfortunately, due to the all-star rules, we don't have Walter Johnson here. Joe Mauer's here, Harmon Killebrew's here, Rod Carew is here, Kirby Puckett, Byron Buxton. Yeah, team's doing very well. See if we can go get another ring. Yeah. All right, we won 102 games. Pretty good. Could have been better, could have been worse. Walter Johnson and Johan Santana. The team is good. We know that. Walter Johnson, Cy Young, Rookie of the Year, and MVP. He's elite. I mean, that's really the only thing you can say is that he is elite. Joe Mauer with a 9.5, Carew with a 6.2, Killebrew with a 5.9. I mean, hitters honestly didn't do that great. I feel like we're missing someone. Okay. I might be losing my mind. That might be all the pitchers we have. I mean, the pitching staff is doing its thing. I guess they split starts. If I had to guess, does it show game started? Yeah, they split starts. So, I mean, that's fine. Check out the WAR numbers, though. Walter Johnson with a 6, Santana with a 4.7, Joe Ryan with 3.5, Pablo Lopez with 2.8. I mean, team did very well. We knew that they would. Now, can we please get another World Series? Taking on Houston. Sweep them. Beautiful. Taking on Seattle. Start off good. That's 2-2. We take the swing game. Going to 7. And we win. We're taking the Phillies in the World Series. Come on. Oh, we go down 0-2. Claw back to 2-2. Win the swing game. And win the World Series. We got our second World Series win. We've got 2 left. 2 players left. All right. Can we get one more? All right. The next player, the second to last player we're adding is Chuck Knobloch. He's not in the game, but his last name has the audio for it, so I'm assuming he's going to be in the game at some point. I he might be in Diamond Dynasty already, but he doesn't have a card in just the regular game, I guess you could say. So he is here. I know he played second base in real life. Didn't really play shortstop at all, but for the purposes of this, he's going to play second base. He was a dog. I'm 95% sure after he left the Twins, he got the yips. I could be thinking of the wrong person, but yeah, I mean, kind of completes this team for the most part. We're really just relying on Matt Wallner and Royce Lewis to kind of hold it down. I could have left him as a second baseman, could have been the DH or whatever, but I figured we'll move him to short, kind of make an easier decision. So yeah, we've got 2 seasons left. Can we get one more ring? Let's find out. All right, we're at the Home Run Derby. The team is doing well. No one in the Home Run Derby. I think we spread the wealth too much. Team's doing very well. Buxton, Knobloch, oh my God, Walter Johnson, Harmon Killebrew, and Joe Mauer all listed as all-stars at the thing. Joe Mauer's here, Killebrew's here. No Rod Carew is very questionable. Chuck Knobloch hitting 335. Pretty sure he hit like 360 one year. I could be wrong. Kirby Puckett doing his thing. Byron Buxton doing his thing. Yeah, I mean, Brent Rooker, former Twin, also doing his thing. If you don't know, Brent Rooker played for the Twins for a couple of years, so yeah. All right, let's finish out the year strong. All right, we finished with 114 wins. Absolutely lethal. Team did what it does. Sorry, let's say Chuck Knobloch, he hit 350. All right, that's pretty good. Walter Johnson, Cy Young, Rookie of the Year, MVP. Chuck Knobloch with the batting title. Yeah, I mean, the Twins have had such a great history. Like, so many great players. Chuck Knobloch with a 10.3 might have been a little bit too much. I think his best year was an 8.7. I mean, it's not that far away. Joe Mauer with a 9.6, Kirby Puckett 7.3, Buxton with a 6.2, Carew with a 5.2, Killebrew with a 3.3. Royce Lewis had a solid year with a 2.5, Wallner with a 1.6. Yeah, Walter Johnson and Joe Ryan, both 20-game winners. Johan Santana, 1 win away. Would have been cool to have 3 21 years. Walter Johnson 7.4, Joe Ryan with a 5.1, Santana with a 4.5, Lopez with a 2.6, and Bailey Ober with a 2.5. Joe Nathan has himself 47 saves, 7 blown saves. That's all right. Can we get it done in the playoffs? Get ourselves another ring. Taking on Baltimore. And we do barely escape, which is kind of crazy. Taking on the Yankees. We're going to steamroll them. Taking on the Dodgers. All right, this is where it's going to get ugly. They take game 1. They take game 2. We take game 3. They take game 4. We take game 5. They take game 6. All right. We got one more player to add. See if we can get one more World Series ring. All right, the final player we're adding is the Flying Dutchman. Spent a lot of time with the Twins, multiple stints, but one of their greatest pitchers of all time. Yeah, he was an absolute dog here for a very long time. 2-time All-Star, didn't win anything else. I thought he won a Cy Young. Could have been, I'm obviously wrong. But we now have probably the greatest rotation of all time. We need to win this World Series. So, without further ado, let's just get to it. All right, Home Run Derby is upon us. No one here for us. See who our final All-Stars are. Rod Carew, Walter Johnson, Joe Mauer, Kirby Puckett. Walter Johnson's actually here. Joe Nathan, I mean, been very good, just hasn't gotten that many opportunities. Joe Mauer, good year so far. No Killebrew, Rod Carew's here. Chuck Knobloch's here. Kirby Puckett. No Byron Buxton. All right, let's finish out the year strong. We're projected 106 wins, so yeah. All right, we finished with 111 wins. Yeah, I mean, pretty simple. We're the best team of all time. I'm sorry, did that say we had the top 3 for the batting title? 4 out of the top 5. Nuts. Walter Johnson, Cy Young, Rookie of the Year. Batting title goes to Rod Carew. Walter Johnson, not a good enough year. Not a good enough year for a MVP performance, but it's fine. Chuck Knobloch, wow, have a year. Jesus, team did very well. Not a very good in the OPS department, but this team gets on base. Joe Mauer with a 9.5, Kirby with a 8.9, Rod Carew with a 7.5, Chuck with a 6.7, Byron Buxton with 5.1, Killebrew with a 2.8, Are we missing people? Royce Lewis just sucked. Wow, that sucks. 220 winners. Very close, honestly. Wish we could have had 3 or 4. That's fine. I mean, just look at the quality starts here. 29 from Walter Johnson. I mean, we had 4 20 quality starters. I mean, that's all you can ask for. Walter Johnson with a 6.8. The Flying Dutchman with a 6.5. Johan Santana 5.6. Joe Ryan with a 5.1. Let's take it home. Come on. Give me one more World Series ring. Taking on the Red Sox. We're going to move on. Taking on Seattle. Very good team. And we're going to go down to 3 and get swept. All right. Well, that's going to be it for this one. Unfortunately, couldn't get that 3rd ring, but 2 rings is not bad. So, yeah, thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.